Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and welcome to Pasadena, California for episode number 19 of My Dynasty in NCAA Football 13 with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And in today's episode, it is raining, but we are at the Rose Bowl in California, taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Coming into this game, ranked number 4 in the country, just fell short of making it to the BCS championship that included Utah and Iowa. And we'll get into some of the major BCS bowl results later on in the video. But again, this is episode number 19. If you missed any of the other episodes, if you want to see how we got to this point in the season, the very last game of our first year, make sure you check out the playlist down below in the description, and also check me out on Twitter, everybody. The Twitter link is down in the description as well. And thanks for coming to this episode. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of you guys follow this series, and we have finally made it to the end of the first season. And this is the Rose Bowl, so enjoy the gameplay. I'm going to catch you up on some things that you might not have seen, and then we're going to talk about NCAA Football 14. But two things of note that I wanted to speak about. Two records. Cody Green breaks a national record this season with a QB rating of 193.8. And again, that's a national record. It says that the record was held by the quarterback of Wisconsin in 2001, who had a QB rating of 192.0. I think, I'm going to guess, I'm pretty sure this is a good guess, that was Russell Wilson that had that record. So Cody Green, a new record holder, and then also Clinton, I'm sorry, I forgot his last name. His first name starts with a C, his last name is Doris, so C. Doris breaks a Tulsa school record with 19 sacks in the season. Now, I'm not sure if these records included the Rose Bowl game or not, if they're just strictly regular season. I'm totally unsure of that. If somebody knows how you go about figuring out what games are included in college records, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. But those two records popped up after this game, and obviously I'm not going to spoil the result of the game because you're watching it, but those are two things that I wanted to note. Let's get into some of the BCS bowl results. I told you who was playing in them last week, or in last episode I should say, and let's get to the results. The first one we're going to go over is the Sugar Bowl, in which it was Arkansas taking on Nebraska. And again, Arkansas was a team that we totally dominated on their home field in the snow back in November, and Arkansas beats Nebraska 31-14, so it looks like a pretty convincing win. Very shocked that Arkansas even made it to a BCS game, and but then they upset some people, or upset Nebraska with a 31-14 win. Remember, Nebraska was basically one game away from being in the national championship before they lost to Iowa. The second game was the Orange Bowl, which I don't remember the record, but one of my subscribers pointed out in the last episode that USF made it to the Orange Bowl with like a 7-5 record or something like that. I thought that was hilarious. I never really noticed it. But USF pulls the upset over Florida State and wins the Orange Bowl, the Battle of Florida, 35-28. In the Fiesta Bowl, Alabama, who was another team that got off to a very slow start, they end up beating undefeated Oklahoma 48-34. So Oklahoma was one of those 4 remaining undefeated teams, along with my team, Tulsa, Utah, and Iowa. So they are no longer undefeated and will not finish the season that way. In the Cotton Bowl, which is kind of a boring bowl if I look at it, was Texas Tech against Tennessee, and Texas Tech handled Tennessee easily, a 41-14 victory. And then in the BCS National Championship game, the 2 undefeated teams, 2 of the 4, Utah takes on Iowa, and Utah wins the BCS National Championship 30-21, so that kicks another team out of the undefeated ranks. So Utah sits alone at the top at this point with the undefeated record. Iowa and Oklahoma lose their games. And I want to know, for you guys who play this game, Did Utah win in your first year as well? Because I think one of my subscribers again noted that in a comment at some point during this series that Utah won the first year and their, their I'm losing my train of thought here. Their dynasty mode. I'm sorry. So I wonder if the computer was kind of fixed that way to basically have Iowa win. I'm sorry, not Iowa, Utah win the majority of the time. But anyways, as you see, we get this game-clutching interception. Not that it was ever close. Total lockdown of Notre Dame. We treated them like Alabama did in the real BCS championship. And we are going to finish with an undefeated record and finish in second place overall. Utah gets 61 first-place votes. We get 0. But that's okay. A very successful season, obviously, not losing a game at all. And we beat Notre Dame 20-0. I kind of thought I'd had more time in this video. I was going to get into some NCAA 14 stuff. I'll go over it real quick. Denard Robinson from Michigan wins the cover vote, so he'll be on the cover of the next NCAA football game. It's set to release this July 9th, so about 3 months of today, actually, because today's April 9th. So, and it should be including the Infinity Engine 2.0, which is basically what was introduced to Madden, and hopefully it'll be improved. It looks like they are trying to focus on the running game this year, as the passing game was emphasized last year. So, as long as they can take care of me running into my own offensive lineman with the new engine, I will be totally happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be back with some off-season stuff, getting ready for Season 2. Peace.